I will make statements on behalf of the Evangelical Church Alliance, which represents thousands of evangelical clergy from around the country, as well as 350 military chaplains. As you've already heard, the court has struck down the Defense of Marriage Act as unconstitutional and has found no standing on the part of the advocates of Proposition 8 in California. I'll be addressing both of those outcomes on behalf of the Evangelical Church Alliance, churches like ours, as well as traditional Christians who advocate for marriage as between a man and a woman. No matter how any of us feel about the outcomes in these cases, one thing is true. The Supreme Court has no authority when it comes to the nature of marriage. That authority belongs to the Creator, whom our founders declared is the source of all our rights. The public conversation over marriage continues, and that is a good thing. When it comes to the Defense of Marriage Act, there are a myriad of perspectives among evangelicals and other Christians of traditional faith, but some believe it is best to get the federal government out of as many areas as possible, including marriage. So there are those of us who are disappointed with the court's action on DOMA, while others say, yay, another tooth. While others of us say, yay, another tooth has been extracted from the federal monster. On Proposition 8, the question of whether the people get to decide for themselves how marriage will be practiced in their state appears to await another day. And that's a good question to pursue. We're disappointed in the short-term results and the short-term questions that remain unsettled, but the public conversation continues, and that's a good thing. One thing true about today's court's decisions on marriage: they do not change the biblical or timeless truth of the nature of marriage as between a man and a woman. But just as importantly, for Christians of traditional faith, like evangelicals for whom I speak, today's decisions are an invitation to look at the reality of same-sex couples and families differently, through the lens of God's love, to seek and to minister with grace and mercy to all people. The gospel is open to all, regardless of their sexual orientation or the configuration of their families. This is a challenge that our folks need to meet, and in prayer and with God's wisdom, I know we'll meet it. I'll be making extended remarks and leading a brief prayer service from the podium just over to my right, following the other comments at these microphones. Thank you. Father Paul Shank, Catholics United for Life. I concur with my brother's statement. Reverend Rob Shank, S-C-H-E-N-C-K, Chairman, Evangelical Church Alliance.
My name is Jennifer Kearns, spelled K-E-R-N-S. I was the official spokesperson for Prop 8 in California. I'm here today on behalf of the 7 million voters in the state of California who voted for Proposition 8. I am here today because the state of California has a system of direct democracy More than 7 million voters voted for Proposition 8 in 2008. More than 10 million voters in the mid-1990s voted for Proposition 22. While I have been quiet for the last 5 years for this proposition to take its course in our legal system, I'm here today on behalf of the 7 million voters in the state of California to express our disappointment. We believe that every vote should count. Thank you. Yes, Jennifer. Yes. Again, my name is Jennifer Kearns, K-E-R-N-S, and I was the spokesperson for Prop 8. And I'll be over here if you need any additional comments.
Congressman Tim Huelskamp from the state of Kansas issued some comments about this issue. In the decision today, the Supreme Court has offered two very contradictory rulings. On one hand, they claim to make a decision so the states have a right to decide the definition of marriage. In their second decision, they said the state voters do not have the right to decide. And the dissent on the first decision was very clear. This court has taken upon itself a radical attempt to redefine marriage. And I think what gets lost in this judicial attempt to short-circuit the democratic process is the needs of our children. With this decision, the courts have allowed the desires of adults to trump the needs of children. Every child deserves a mommy and a daddy, and with this decision, they undercut the needs of our children.
Let's create some room. Okay.